Now, early voting is already underway, and people want to make sure their voices are heard for the upcoming June primary.
With so much at stake, we want to hear directly from the people in our community. NBC4's Michelle Valles is live at a family bakery in San Gabriel. Michelle, what are the issues you're hearing about there?
Affordability, guys. Good morning here from El Pavo Bakery. So this is the headquarters, and by all accounts, this is a bakery that is successful here. They're making all of the goods here and then delivering them out to their 5 locations. They say the costs of produce and other items is going up. They do not want to reduce the workers' hours. These workers have been with them for decades, but they also don't want the cost to go up for their customers. We've been here all morning long. Andres Esquivel, thank you so much for joining us. We know we talked about the pressures that your parents have to keep this place open. They started in the early 2000s. Let's talk about that affordability. When was the last time you guys had a cost increase?
Yeah, so in 2026, cost increases are happening on a weekly basis with different ingredients. You know, it could be produce one week, and then the next week it's going to be chocolate, and so it's happening all the time.
The cost increase with chorizo just last week, right?
Yeah, for example, chorizo that we use for our breakfast dishes just went up recently. That's the most recent thing.
And you don't want the costs handed down to your customers, but you say fewer customers are walking in the door. Why do you think that is?
Yeah, so luckily our customers are still coming in because, you know, we haven't had a price increase for the customers, but we're scared to, you know, be forced to do that and then scare a lot of customers away.
You said fewer customers have been coming in, though. There's been some immigration issues.
Yes, of course, we serve the Hispanic community, and a lot of Hispanics are suffering from lack of affordability and also fear, you know, from various issues. And so they're not coming out as much, and they're not spending as much money.
So if the candidates were here, what would you want them to hear from the small mom and pop that are out here struggling to keep the doors open?
Yeah, I would want them to not forget that Hispanics are over half the population in LA. And so, you know, Hispanics need to be taken care of and heard. So, and to see what their issues are, to see how can we improve the affordability crisis here in LA so that businesses can thrive and so that our customers and our employees can thrive.
Thank you so much for joining us this morning and giving us an insight into this very successful bakery that started with your mom and pop. Your dad was a delivery driver and your mom worked as a cashier and a clerk, and look at them now, right?
Yeah.
And you're hoping to continue this into the legacy of the family.
Yep, generation number 3 now.
All right. Andres, thank you so much. So that's the latest here from El Pavo Bakery in the San Gabriel Valley. Back to you guys.
All right, Michelle.